This is Kajol Jadhav and I am here to explain daily current affairs for UPSC Civil Services exam. Turmoil in Maldives. Fixing other people's problems is never easy for India. What is the crisis about? Why world is watching Maldivian political developments closely? What is the importance of Maldives for India? What has been India's role in recent developments over there? Discuss the nature of bilateral relationship between India and Maldives. In the light of Maldivian crisis, what are the misconceptions about India's approach to sovereignty and intervention? GS Paper 2. Bilateral, regional and global groupings and agreements involving India and or affecting India's interests. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from indianexpress.com, dated February 7, 2018. What we are providing here is just a 10% sample out of the full-length video. Visit our website iasvideos.com to join the course and to unlock all videos. We offer this pen drive course cash on delivery on Amazon.in too. Amazon will deliver our course to your doorstep. What is the context about? The unfolding crisis in Maldives draws attention to the perennial question about whether and when India should intervene in the internal politics of its neighboring countries. What is the crisis about? Maldives President Abdullah Yameen is defying the nation's Supreme Court and the international community by refusing to release jailed members of parliament and restore their rights. Opposition protests have gathered pace as the president continues to refuse the court's order to free the jailed dissidents. Why world is watching Maldivian political developments closely? Few can imagine how this coral paradise, with high-end resorts in its 1,000-odd islands costing upwards of several lakhs of rupees per night, has latterly become an extension of the great game for regional influence being played out between India and China. Its atolls and islands straddle the strategic navigation and communication sea lanes over 800 kilometers north to south in the Indian Ocean, making it crucial for countries with global ambitions. For the key players of Indian Ocean, the political instability of Maldives matters the most. What is the importance of Maldives for India? What has been India's role in recent developments over there? The importance of Maldives for India can never be overemphasized. Maldives is an important member of SAARC. It is strategically located along major sea lanes in the Indian Ocean. A significant portion of the world trade takes place through the Indian Ocean. All the energy supplies coming from Gulf nations pass through this area. After the democratically elected government of Mohammad Nasheed was replaced in an alleged coup, Maldives has been facing political uncertainty. Though India wants political stability and multi-party democracy to return to the country, it has no role in the ongoing developments in Maldives. Discuss the nature of bilateral relationship between India and Maldives. Bilateral relationship between India and Maldives have been friendly and cordial, except a few incidents when tensions arose. Major developments. India protected Maldives in CMAG meetings, which were held to examine if democratic process working effectively in Maldives. To appreciate India's move, President of Maldives arrived in India for a 2-day bilateral visit. India and Maldives signed key defense pacts between each others to train Maldivian defense personnel and supply critical equipment. Agreements for exchange of information related to taxes and for avoidance of double taxation of income have been signed. India has invested in infrastructure, health, civil aviation, telecommunications and labour resources undertaken in Maldives. India's prompt help to Maldives in 2014 after water crisis emerged there is well appreciated there. In the light of Maldivian crisis, what are the misconceptions about India's approach to sovereignty and intervention? One popular political myth about Indian foreign policy is that New Delhi has unflinching commitment to the principle of non-intervention. India certainly is opposed to other powers interfering in its domestic politics. India has often intervened in the internal affairs of other countries. Recall its liberation of Bangladesh from Pakistan in 1971, the intervention in the Sri Lankan Civil War in the late 1980s, or its more recent involvement in the making of Nepal's constitution. Second myth. There is also the other tendency to see India's role in every twist and turn in the domestic politics of neighbours. India certainly intervenes, but not always. Delhi's decision makers are not perpetually plotting to shape the domestic politics of its neighbours. The third myth is that China, unlike India, believes in sovereign equality with countries big or small. Like all myths, this has no empirical basis.